The Fragile Giant. How cyber threats could break London's financial empire. The City of London looks invincible from the outside. It is a fortress of glass towers, powerful institutions, and trillion-dollar markets. A place where capital moves at the speed of light, and financial giants shape the economy of the world. But beneath the surface, hidden under layers of code and security systems, lies a truth the public rarely sees. For all its power, the modern financial system is fragile, and its greatest threats no longer come from wars, governments, or economic crashes. They come from silence, from code, from invisible hands moving through networks in the dark. Today, the biggest danger to global finance is not a run on the banks or a sudden recession. It is a cyber attack, a single breach, a single malware infection, a single corrupted file that could disrupt the flow of money across continents. The city is more digital than ever before. Every trade, every transfer, every derivative, every payment funnels through networks that are vulnerable to the same weaknesses as any computer in the world. In the old days, financial threats had faces: rival banks, political decisions, market speculation. Today, the enemies are faceless. Hackers using automated scripts, criminal syndicates operating from basements, state-sponsored groups with military-level resources, individuals who can freeze billions with nothing more than a laptop and a strong internet connection. Power once measured in armies is now measured in access. Access to systems, to data, to vulnerabilities waiting to be exploited. London's financial firms spend billions each year protecting their systems. Firewalls, encryption layers, biometric authentication, anomaly detection algorithms. But the attackers evolve faster. For every system built to stop them, they create a new strategy to bypass it. Cybersecurity experts working in the city quietly admit something the public never hears. It is not a question of if the system will be breached. It is a question of when. The nightmare scenario is not science fiction. Imagine a cyber attack on one of London's major clearinghouses, the institutions that process trillions in derivatives and securities each day. A temporary freeze could stop global markets instantly. Trades would halt. Liquidity would vanish. Banks across continents would lose the ability to settle positions. Within hours, fear would spread faster than any virus. Markets would collapse not because of an economic crisis, but because the digital machinery had stopped working. Even smaller attacks can create global shockwaves. A ransomware strike against a mid-sized financial institution can spread to its partners, clients, and counterparties. A corrupted data feed from a single broker can trigger automated trading systems across the world. One altered price, one fabricated signal, one false report, and billions can evaporate within seconds. What makes the threat even more dangerous is that modern finance depends not just on banks, but on the vast ecosystem around them. Payment processors, fintech startups, cloud providers, law firms, accounting networks, data vendors. A weak link anywhere in the chain can create a cascade effect. The city is only as strong as its most vulnerable partner. State-sponsored cyber warfare adds another layer of risk. Nations now use cyberattacks as tools of geopolitical influence. They target financial institutions to destabilize rivals or to send messages without firing a single bullet. For London, a global crossroads capital, this makes the city a prime target. The attackers do not need to win. They only need to disrupt. Behind closed doors, some experts warn that the next global financial crisis might not start with bubble or recession, but with a hard drive, infected, encrypted, or erased. A crisis triggered not by human decisions, but by machine failures. A digital blackout that exposes just how interconnected and vulnerable the financial world has become. Yet amid the fear, there is resilience. Financial institutions run constant stress tests. Red Team cyber units attack their own systems to find weaknesses. Exchanges build backup networks. Clearing houses construct secondary data centers underground, behind reinforced walls, protected like military installations. The city prepares because it must. It knows that in a world of digital money, cybersecurity is not a technical issue. It is financial survival. Still, the paradox remains. The more advanced the system becomes, the more vulnerable it becomes. Complexity creates strength and fragility. The city stands taller than ever, yet its foundations depend on digital threads that can be cut in an instant. Power has never been greater. Neither has risk. The next time you see the city's skyline, its towers glowing against the night sky, remember that the real battles are happening inside invisible networks, not with fists or weapons, but with lines of code. And behind those lines, the future of global finance hangs in the balance. In the next episode of Cinematic London Finance Chronicles, we explore the final layer of the city's power, the political alliances, international disputes, and global tensions that shape London's financial destiny. Subscribe and follow the journey into the forces that define the modern world.